This is for the pants cutting which I want to cut for the jumpsuit. So this is what I have now. So what I will first of all do is to take 2 inches from this up because it is a jumpsuit. So take 2 inches for this up. 2 inches like this. Then you roll your line. Roll your line like this. 2 inches. So what you'll do now next is to get your full length. My full length is 62 minus 19. 62 minus 19. So this complete step here now is, I believe it is 60. This is 60. I believe the complete step should be 62. Oops, more than that. So, okay, 60, 62, which I have here, plus my sewing allowance. So I will use this full fabric, the full length. So I still have extra 2 inches at the down part. That will be for my fold at my ankle. So I terminate this as this again. I terminate this English line out so that no rating words will be shown, but I will permit this one to stay. No option for this. So what I will do next is to divide my hip. So if you want to do now, divide your hip divided by 4 to get your crotch measurement. Get your waist measurement. Now what we will do now is to come in by 1 inch at this point here, your waist measurement by 1 inch. Then you take your waist measurement divided by 4, and my waist measurement is 39 divided by 4. So I have 39 here divided by 4 gives me 9.2, sorry, 9.7. So I mark out my 9.7 here plus my 1 inch for sewing allowance. As you can see, this is the 1 inch which I took out from here. Then from this point now, I get my waist measurement. From this point now, I get my waist measurement and I include my 1 inch for sewing allowance. So for that now, you connect from your sewing allowance down to your lap measurement. Your lap measurement, then from your lap measurement now, you come up by 1.5. Then you connect it from this 1.5 now, you connect down to your crotch measurement just like this. From this 1.5, connect down like this. So that is that. Let's go. We are still coming back for this up. Let's go to the down part now. So I bring it like this. So to get your measurements for this part now, you are going to divide what we have here. So we have 15 inches for our lap plus our 1.5. In total we have 15 here. So your 15, you are going to divide it by 2. Divide 15 by 2 gives me 7.5. So I put my 7.5 here and I take it down. 7.5 here. So let me bring out my ankle measurement plus my sewing allowance for you to see, so no one gets confused. So this is just how to go about it. Trying to get my ankle measurement, and this is my sewing allowance. So this is my 7.5 which I have here. So at this point now, this is my lap point now. I'm going to get my 7.5. So from there now, what we do now is to connect our 7.5 together. So we're going to do the connecting or connection rather together to connect our markings like this. So what you can see now is a straight line which we have here. So from this your straight line now, you are going to get your nail measurement, and my nail measurement is 19. 19 divided by 2 gives me 9.5. So this is where I'm going to place my 9.5. But because of this bracket here now, I'm going to divide my 9.5 into 2 places. So my 9.5 divided by 2 now gives me 4.7. So what I will do now is to place that 4.7 at this midpoint now and mark out 4.7 here and mark out my 9.5 here. So if this is 4.7, if you come down like this, you should have 4.7 at this same place here. So that is that we have our lap measurements now, our nail measurement. So we come down to our ankle. So my ankle measurement in total is 13. So 13 divided by 2 gives me 6.5. So as I told you, this 6.5, this is what we are going to have here. This 6.5, we are still going to divide it by 2 because of this, our center mark here, our grain line. So 6.5 divided by 2 now, we're going to divide it by 2, which I have 3.2. So we are supposed to have 3.2 here and 3.2 here. So this is how we place it like this and mark out our 3.2, 6.5. So come down here again, you see this is 3.2 and this is 3.2, gives us 6.5. So that's 6.5. Now what we are going to do next now is to connect our lines like this. So connect our lines from our lap here, from our lap, our nail measurements, connect from our nail down to our ankle measurements, just like this. Very easy. So from our nail measurement now, you connect down to your lap like this. Connect it down to your lap like this. So for this part now, this down part now, what you just need to do to be safe, you come slant it like this. So in case you take it down like this, exactly like that, you need to come by 1 for example, because we are going to place it to bring out what we want. So we leave this like this because we're going to cut like this. I'll still show you how to go about this. So for this part now, we connect from your nail now to your lap measurement, to your lap mark. I mean to say, connect it just like this to your lap line. So you know we kept 1 inch here, 1 inch at this part. So what we are going to do now is to connect that mark there down to this other part as easy as possible. So you can see I have drawn out all my marks out. So what I'm going to do now is to cut out. So I'll go ahead to cut them out. So this is what to do. So this is this for the front. We go over to the back. That is where I discovered that there is a mess up for the back, because your back is supposed to be higher, but what we are having here now, our full fabric, the back will be there will be some issues there. So what I'm going to do is I will join at the down part, because I need my back to be accurate, or should I use it either ways, like this? Let me see. Okay, I'll use it either way. So since we have 11 here for the front, for the back we are going to make it 12. As I told you, because of our dart for the back, because you're going to put that for the back, so you make here 12. Since this front says 11, 1 inch for our dart, so you connect from your mark here down to this point, connect it down like that, and from this point you connect it down to your hip, down to your lap. Connect it like this. Then at this note, what we are going to do next, we come to this our cross measurement, our cross line now. We come down by ½ inch. After coming down by ½ inch, you draw your lines like this, straight lines like this. And from this ½ inch, what you do next is to take 2.5. Take your 2.5 here, and this is your cross measurement. So we are going to connect this here down to this cross measurement. So what we are going to do now is to take our cross measurements like this. Take it like this. We are going to connect this one. If you have your French curve, you will love this connection because it will make it easier for you to get. But if you do not have a French curve, you are not limited from connecting this. You can see what I'm trying to do. I'm still using my hands, my free hand to do it. So this is this for this. So you come to your sewing allowance. You can decide to use 1 inch. You can decide to use 1.5. So for me, I'm using 1.5 for my darts. So you can just go ahead to extend this upward like this. I'm using 1.5. Or should I use one? No, let me use 1.5. So I'm using 1.5, just like this. So you can see. Just connect it like this. Then this down part, connect it down. Connect it down to this your point here. As easy as ABC. As easy as ABC. So just connect it like this. So after you have connected it like this, sorry, it's going to have to shake off a little bit, so trying to get it back on track. Okay, we are back on track. So this is what to do for the back, the waist part. So for this our lap to our ankle, all you need to do is from this your nail line, you come down by 2, come down by 2, come down by 2. This is for our sewing allowance. We are only putting this at this front here 2 inches. So what you do now is to connect our 2 inches like this. Two inches like this, making sure everything is in place. 2 inches like this. There is a slight curve here. Make sure it is 2 inches. So this is this for our pants, and that is that. So what we are going to do now is to cut out we are going to cut out our pants trouser. So I'm trying to see where to start my cutting from. I will start from this down. It does not matter where you start from. You can start from your up, you can start from your down. So far you don't miscalculate or miscut out your fabric. So make sure it is in place. As you can see, I know this is in place, so that is what I'm going ahead to get. So at this note, you cross check where you want to put your darts by bringing it like this. Once you have like this, you take your midpoint between this part, between these two partners. You get your midpoint like this, and to get your accurate measurement when sewing your measurements like this, to get, okay, so what I have here now is 6, so come down by 6 again like this to get your dart for the back. And this your dart should not be more than 5, it should not be more than 5 or 4. You can take it either 4 or 5. So this is this for the back. And for the pockets, I prefer using this male pocket, because when I applied the female pockets, I do not love the outcome I got from that. So if you want to use that, you can still go ahead to use it, but for me, I prefer using this. I'm not telling you mine is better. This is what I believe is okay for me. So if you want to use this, fine. If you want to use that, fine. I still use that female pocket, but it depends on what I'm making. So sorry, what I have here is 2.5, and from this 2.5 now I came down by 7 to get my pocket. So that was how I got this pocket now. So when sewing, I will show you how to fix your side pocket. So this is how to go about it. I want to use this medium to thank all of you that has been with me right from the upper bodies of our clothing down to this level now. Please, right now I need your encouragement. If you think what I'm doing is helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel. I really need your subscription to keep me going, because it will get to a limit where I will be pushed out from this my work on all I'm trying to do here is to help people grow with this work. So I have no option, I have nothing to do, so I'm pleading for you to learn more, because I want to teach the little I know. I'm not trying to say my own is better than the rest. I hope you understand me. I just want to correct some issues which I think is good for you to try and compare. I'm not telling you that my own is better, please, because I'm also learning through this medium, which you are also learning from me. So please go ahead and click the subscribe button to promote my work, to say thank you. At least if that is the least you can do to say thank you, go ahead to subscribe on this my channel. Thank you and remain blessed.